You might assume that reaching profound, sustained meditative states requires closing your eyes, slowing down your movements, and isolating yourself on a silent cushion. But as this diagram illustrates, building your practice around isolation creates a fragile state. On the left, we see the traditional laser-focused retreat method, highly controlled but easily broken by external stimuli. On the right is a dynamic approach designed to turn the chaos of daily movement into continuous wisdom. Looking closer at this model, we see a core principle from Burmese master Sayadaw U Tejaniya. Meditation is exclusively the work of the observing mind. It is entirely independent of the body's physical posture. True mastery is maintaining a robust, relaxed awareness while you are fully engaged, visually and physically, in the real world. Advanced meditators often face a specific problem when practicing in motion. They use too much effort. Trying to hold on to a meditative state while moving creates subtle physical tension. In Tejaniya's framework, this tension is actually a subtle form of greed, the mind craving a specific, peaceful result. To melt tension, we use Stephen Procter's middle framework, the Gauss formula. Ground, observe, soften, and smile. The active work happens here. Using the out-breath to release microtensions achieves a soft butter effect. This loop continuously dissipates tension spikes, returning to a relaxed baseline. The next major friction point is visual dominance. Keeping your eyes closed during formal practice encourages a habit of over-focusing. Because roughly 80% of our attention naturally seeks visual input, closing our eyes trains a fragile state that collapses the moment we open them. The correction is to walk at a completely normal, functional pace. Instead of locking on to specific visual targets, you maintain a receptive, panoramic awareness. You let the visual information come to you, rather than reaching out to grab it. Combining the physical softening of the Gauss formula with a panoramic gaze prevents the mind from getting absorbed in the stories of what you are looking at. This dual mechanism establishes the physical foundation required for continuous daily practice. Even with a relaxed body and open gaze, expert practitioners often carry over the habit of noting the specific objects they experience, like labeling the sound of a car or the physical feeling of a footstep. Under Tejaniya's rule set, the object of your attention is irrelevant. The only critical factor is identifying the attitude of the observing mind itself. You are checking specifically to see if greed, aversion, or tension are present in the background. The moment the mind detects an unwholesome attitude, say a spike of aversion toward a messy room or a stressful email, you deploy the Gauss soften sequence. You relax the physical tightness associated with that specific attitude. Notice how this illustration from Tejaniya's teachings uses a large central circle, awareness, as a stable container. Instead of chasing passing phenomena, the smaller bubbles of feelings, thoughts, and perceptions, the focus stays entirely on the quality of that central observing awareness. Go ahead and pause this video to test the mechanics. Stand up, walk across the room at a normal pace, and lock your eyes onto a mundane object. Notice the attitude your mind takes toward that object. Use a deep out-breath to soften any tension, and then come back. Successfully shifting your metacognitive focus from the external object to the internal observing mind transforms every mundane interaction into an opportunity for insight. The meditation cushion is no longer a requirement. The final challenge is dealing with intense hindrances. When you are fully in motion, a wave of acute anxiety or deep distraction can easily overwhelm a relaxed awareness. The most common reaction is to ask, "Why am I distracted?" or "Why am I anxious?" This is a trap. Asking why immediately pulls you away from present reality and plunges you into a conceptual narrative about your past, other people, or future fears. This decision tree maps the exact pivot required during strong distraction. You can see the red dead-end path of asking why. Instead, you take the green path by using Sayadaw U Tejaniya's advanced inquiry. What do I know that is telling me I know this process? Following this math, we see how the inquiry acts as a circuit breaker. Asking, "What do I know?" forces the brain out of the narrative loop entirely. It redirects your attention to the raw somatic sensations and mental mechanisms happening right now. This cheat sheet summarizes the complete, integrated framework for deep motion mastery. Step 1. Maintain a normal pace with open eyes. Step 2. Apply the Gauss formula to melt tension on the out-breath. Step 3. Observe the mind's attitude, not the object. And Step 4. Apply a light, continuous touch of awareness. By applying these synthesized mechanics with gentle persistence, the mind stops fighting the environment. Deep awareness becomes an effortless reflex, finally bridging the gap between formal retreat practice and the reality of your daily life.